Hello my fellow humans, and welcome back to my channel with another pick a card reading. And today we are going to do what is the good news coming your way. I don't know, I just felt like this was time to do one of these. So I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that has chosen to support the family, to support the tribe. I'm truly honored to have you all as a part of this journey and this connective place here. Just love you guys so much. If you're new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we are all human here, and you are welcome as you are in this here now here moment to show up as your most authentic self. It is a safe space for us. As you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find everything that you need to know down below in the description box, where you will find my email that you can reach out to me to get a private reading. I do only have a finite amount of spaces available each week. Keep in mind they do fill up rather quickly, so it is first come, first serve, but I will let you know how many spaces are available as well as any further information from there. And make sure you do follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, where no topic is safe from yours truly. Just a fun hangout. You can take me on the go and listen to me at your leisure. Okay, so good news coming your way. Let's see. Let's find out what's kind of come through. Let's get into your prayer. I think that's everything that I need to go over. Now, let's get into the prayer. Feel a big shift across the consciousness. I really do. I feel like a huge shift. Alright, so let's see what's coming here. Okay, my beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this video. This is a prayer for blessings. May their blessings come swiftly and effortlessly to them, and may it be those that are in highest alignment with their journey, not just the ones that we egoically want. These are the ones that are truly from our soul and our heart's desires. And I ask that you open all of us up to knowing exactly what those are. Is that love? Is that our gifts? Is that discernment? Is that inner abundance? Is that inner peace? Is that inner harmony? Whatever that is, so that we may call forth in the physical realm what it is that we desire and become true co-creators at your right side. Because you are our leader, you are our captain, you are the one that leads us through this life from the unseen realm. And I pray that you give us the courage to rely on you and to have trust and faith in the process, and to know that even if we're not where we believe we should be, that we are exactly where we are meant to be. I ask for you to remind us and to give us signs each and every moment that we are on the journey and we are where we're meant to be. I ask that you give us signs that we are calling in that which is ours. And I ask that you remind us of your unconditional love in as many ways as possible, because we're human and we need reassurance all the time. And we know that that's okay. And that's what I ask for. As these words are spoken unto this space, so shall they be. Amen, aho, ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beloved source. Thank you. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Alrighty then. And today we are going to use my Spiral Oracle cards, which I absolutely love. These are absolutely beautiful. Just gorgeous. I love these cards. I will have to look at these off screen though, just to make sure that they're not, you know, inappropriate, or that I need to cover them up, because some of them are quite risque. But let's go ahead and shuffle these a little bit here. And source, can you tell us what good news is coming for the collective for each piles 1, 2, and 3? What's the good news coming in? Piles 1, 2, and 3 for my collective source. What's the good news that's coming in for my collective source? I'm coming out. I've had this song stuck in my head. It's not a message, it's just been in my head. So for pile number 1, source, what good news, what oracle card will help us understand better the good news that's coming for pile 1? Thank you. Okay, and source for pile number 2, what oracle card will help us understand better what good news is coming in for pile 2? Thank you very much. right, and for pile number 3, Source, what oracle card will help us understand better what good news is coming in for pile number 3? Thank you. This time I know this is the one that Source wanted me to do because the cards come out quick and effortlessly. Freely and effortlessly. Okay, we have Stories of My Mother on the bottom. This card talks about the mother wound and healing the mother wound and being able to connect with the ancestral lineage of our mothers. So that may be of importance to the collective right now with Children of Light underneath that. Yeah, so absolutely there's something about you connecting with your ancestral line here. I feel like you're about to get either a download here or clairaudience is going to open up, or you're going to be able to truly hear what your ancestors want you to hear, and it's going to be those on your mother's side. Our mother's ancestors are a lot more powerful than we ever give them credit for, so just remembering that. All right, so for pile number 1, we do have this rock to choose from. And for pile number 2, we have this is a rose quartz I picked up in California. Okay, and for pile number 3, we have this, I think it's a quartz of some type or it's a mineral, I'm not sure, but this rock. We'll just go with this rock. Let me move these up. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that being said, I will see you over on your perspective piles. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, or if you were drawn to this rock for pile 1, this is your reading on what good news is coming your way. Let me move this stuff over. I got my card in the way here. Alright, we'll put that over there. We'll check that out at the end of the reading. I do have your dice ready. Real quick, keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary down below in the description box, where you can connect with me via my podcast at Scatterlove Radio, where I talk about all topics. It's just a fun hangout, and you can take me with me, on the go and listen to me at your leisure. Also, if you're interested in a private reading, you'll find my email down below, or you can reach out to me and we'll get you out further information, as well as letting you know how many spaces are still available for the week, as I only have a finite amount. They do fill up rather quickly. It is first come, first serve, but I will get you out that information and scheduling options as well. Okay? So let's see, is that everything? Yes, I believe that is everything. So let's go ahead and get into your reading and find out, Source, what is the good news coming to pile 1? What's the good news coming pile 1's way? Source, what is the good news coming pile 1's way? What can you tell us? What information can you give us? What is the good news coming pile 1's way? All right, we've got 11th house, Capricorn energy, and Venus. Ooh, you're about to enjoy some friends. Like, good news. I feel like maybe you've been alone for a part of this journey, or like no one's been around you, or I've had to go it alone. Right? I'll go it alone. I think that's a line from a song. I'll go it alone. But anyways, it feels like you've had to go it alone. And you've really worked hard on building your future. You've really worked hard on building up what you want in your life. And you have really come a long way. And now you're about to connect with people who are on a very similar journey. No one's on the exact same journey as we are, right? Like, people can be on a similar journey and have similar viewpoints, which give us that connective energy. But also having those differences help us to learn from one another. And that's the type of energy I feel like you're coming into. And this is all because of the hard work, the determination, the action that you've taken. This is all because you've chosen to show up. This is all because you've chosen to put in the effort. You've had a structure. You've stayed disciplined. You've been determined. You've been decisive on the journey. You've really done what was necessary to take action. You know, when we think of Capricorn, we think about the father of the zodiac, and the father is the breadwinner. And you know, when we're thinking about social idealistic ideas, right? Like it's not necessarily true, but we have that energy that connects with Capricorn. My apologies, I do need a drink. Ooh, I almost lost my voice. That was weird. Okay. And because of that, you're going to be living a life of luxury, right? Whether that's fancy restaurants, getting a massage every week, getting your hair done the way that you want to, getting your nails done, getting clothes that you want. You're going to have friends to shop with. You're going to have friends to eat out with. You're going to have like I keep seeing like Friends, like the show Friends, you know, like how they all hang out and you all are just love each other. You guys all stand up for each other. You always show up for each other. I do know there are some toxic things that come out in that show, but the idea behind it is just having a ship that stands the test of time. That's what it feels like. You're calling in your soul tribe here. But not only that, you're also calling in the luxurious life that you would like. So whether that's buying a new house, a new car, or whatever it is that feels luxurious to you, you're very much attracting that to you. You're becoming a magnet in your journey. You are bringing in the law of attraction. So whatever you've prayed for, whatever you've asked for, it is coming. And I feel already a resistance coming in like, Becky, I've heard this on so many readings. When is it going to happen? It's not about the when. It's about reassuring you. If you keep hearing this on different readings, from different readers, this is Source saying it's coming. It's coming. Let me work my magic. Let me work my magic. Have patience because it's coming. Trust the process. Have faith that I know what I'm bringing to you and that I will never forsake you. Because Source is never going to leave you behind. But I do feel some resistance coming in. Like, I've heard this so many times. I've heard, all my blessings are coming. All of my this is coming. But good news is coming. We're doing what good news is coming? This is good news. And it may start off small. I keep seeing a snowball rolling down a hill. Like, it starts off as a small snowball, but by the time it gets to the end, it's gigantic. You know, and I feel like that's what it is. You're going to get one thing first. It's going to be one small thing first. And that, like, kicks the ball rolling. And as it rolls down, like, it's all of a sudden, you're going to have little things come together. And after a while, you're going to turn around and you're going to be like, whoa, like, I really do have everything that I asked for. I really do have everything that I've ever wanted. So let's get some tarot out on it. So Source, what good news is coming to pile 1? What more can you tell us? What good news is coming to pile number 1, Source? What messages would you like to bring forth? What good news is coming for pile 1? Okay, thank you. What good news is coming for pile number 1? Success! I heard success! That was kind of a random success, but that's how it came through. It's like, success! They're like really excited. I feel like your guides and your angels are really excited for you. What good news is coming for pile number 1, Source? Thank you. What good news is coming for pile number 1? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. What good news is coming for pile number 1, Source? What good news is coming for pile number 1? Whoa, thanks. Did you see how that card flipped out? It was like, phew. Like that? It went like that. No, it went phew, like that. I feel very giddy. Yeah, I feel like your guides are super excited for you. Yeah, they're tired of you receiving what you don't deserve, right? And so it's been about helping you change your perspective so that you can come into this very abundant place. You're about to receive, you could be single. You don't have to be single, okay? But you're about to receive like fame and fortune and glory and accolades and understanding and people who are going to just get you. They're like, hey, that's my people. Pile one's my people. I need pile one in my life. Like, we need to be like this, 2 peas in a pod, like, or 20 peas in a pod. Like, who cares? Like, they just really feel like you all understand each other, and that's what they want. And it took you understanding that you deserved more than this, right? Because I feel like this is what you kept getting in your life. And so through changing your perspective, you're bringing yourself into this very independent, successful energy with that 9 of coins coming through. Success! The Queen of Swords! The 5 of Wands in the upright. Yeah, look at this good energy. Ooh, and the 4 of Swords. Yeah. Look, for so long, you'd been turning your back to the fact that you were stuck in a situation. There's a beautiful blue Jeep driving by with pink hinges on it. I absolutely love it. It's a Jeep truck, too. I'm in love with the Jeep trucks. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. Those things, I love those things. I think those things are bad. They're so cool. They're so cool. They're bad, okay? So I feel like maybe you're getting a new car. Like, I was just drawn to it. I don't usually pay attention to the cars driving by, but it was just so drawn to it because it's so unique. So you may want a unique type of ride, and you're about to receive that. You're about to receive the opportunity to invest in that. But look, I feel like you've been stuck believing that this is all you deserve. Feeling strangled by the fact that the people in your life, they don't give. They don't give to you, but they sure take from you. They sure do take from you. They sure want the world from you. And they expect the world from you, and you're learning how to give back to yourself, right? With this 9 of coins and the Hangman here. This, like, learning to give back to yourself, learning to trust yourself. And that's interesting because here we have 9 and we have 12, but if we reduce 12, it becomes 3, and 3 and 9 is 12, right? So you have 12, 12. You may see 12, 12 a lot. If this is resonating with you, put 12, 12 and say, I call in my blessings down below in the comments. Let Source know that you do trust this process. You do have faith, right? But I do feel like a lot of people have been trying to prevent you from growing because they see your brilliance. They see your possibilities, your potential. And you might not. Like, you might be just someone who's just trying to make it. I'm just trying to make it through. I'm just trying to make it by. Like, you know, like, I don't see myself other than what I am, and that's me. But what we have here is this. What good news is coming is that you balanced yourself out, and now you're actually in the process of creating something very beautiful. And even though something happened, this could be recently or in the past, that really just knocked you off your rocker, that just, like, tore you down from where you were and just made you, like, feel like nothing could ever be better than this, like, right? It's like being at the bottom of the ladder, being at the bottom of the barrel is what I'm getting. Just because of that, like, you were able to climb up, and in climbing up, you became so strong that you're not actually stuck. You're not stuck in this place anymore. You're not stuck by peer pressure. You're not stuck by others trying to determine what's right or wrong for you. Like, you've turned your back on that because you've learned that I have to follow what I want. I have to follow what I want, because those people that want me to do what they want me to do, they can't even give me respect, or they can't even give me love, or they can't even give me kindness, or they can't even give me this. Like, and so through that, you've learned that they're not worth your time, and you have really regained a sense of balance in your life, which is a very beautiful thing. Let's get some clarifiers here. Source, can you please clarify the reading? What good news is coming in for pile 1? Yeah. Moving on. Moving on. Look, I cannot. The 4 of Swords coming out over the 4 of Swords. You're moving away from these people. Like, look, we put this on this side. It came out with the 4 of Swords. I feel like the 4 of Swords wants to be here because that's what they're saying. Like, you're blocking them from your energy anymore. You're like, look, you do you. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with that energy. I'm done with that negativity. That negativity is going to eat you alive, Ming. Right? Like, you're done with it. You're like, I'm over it. Look. Do you see that? Do you see that? It came out and it wants to be over here. I can't with you, pile 1. I'm already spent. Alright. I don't even want to get another card because I feel like it's just going to send out the other card here. That's it. You're moving on. I'm moving on up. Moving on up. We've got the Page of Swords in the bottom in the reverse. Yes, that's the truth. We're just going to give you the same card. Because that's the thing. It was hard for you to realize that you had an option. It was hard for you to realize that you had a choice. Because you had to deal with those subconscious doubts, those beliefs that were telling you weren't worth a damn, that you weren't worth what you wanted, and figure out that, wow, I really am a leader. I really do have an ability to walk away from these people who don't want good for me, who are just trying to make me feel like I don't belong, who are just trying to hurt me, and I can love myself, right? Like, that's the thing. They just want you to know that the situation that's been weighing you down, the energy that's been weighing you down, in truth, that's really what you're letting go of. You're no longer in this place where you're accepting less than what you deserve. And maybe it's been so slow. Okay, so this is interesting. I heard that this is not the truth, but it's like a saying that we've heard all our lives, is that you put a frog in the pot and you boil it slowly. It doesn't know it's being boiled alive, right? I guess when a frog gets uncomfortable, they're going to jump out. So I'm just saying, like, oh, it's something that we heard all our lives, but I guess Mythbusters came in and disproved it. I don't really know for sure. I've never boiled a live frog. I don't think that's something I could personally ever do. I like frog legs. They're good. They're delicious, but I'm not going to be the one that goes and boils a live frog. You give me frog legs in a package, I can, cool. I'm good with it. I'll cook them like that. That's cool, but I like that. Like, I don't kill the chicken. I'll go buy a chicken and cook it, but I don't kill the chicken. I just don't do that. I'm sorry. Like, I just can't get down with it. Anyways, what I was saying is the reason they're telling me that is that it's like you were in this situation and you were slowly letting it go for so long, slowly letting it go over time. And it's like it's felt like to you that you weren't making any progress, but what happens is that one day you just let go. You say, okay, I just let go. And it's been a culmination of all your time showing up that's actually got you to this point. And to you, it might not feel like anything until you turn around and you're like, wow, okay, like, I get it. And then suddenly people are coming into your life that you really click with and are genuine. We have House 8 on the bottom with transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. Yeah, you've been taking a long time to face your fears. And don't feel like you did it too slow. You did it exactly how you were meant to do it so that you could release them and heal karma as you went. And that's creating this huge transformation in your life. This huge transformation. Let's get some more out here. What good news is coming for pile 1, Source? What good news is coming for pile 1? Whoa, that was crazy. Crazy. Look, companionship, dog on the bottom with 41. I cannot make this stuff up. You're calling in friends. You're calling in like-minded people. People who want to be there with you. Not people who are trying to take from you, but people who are going to lift you up. Look, new beginnings, dawn on the bottom. It's always darkest before the dawn. And I feel like you've been in the dark night of the soul for a long time. And you're like, this is just it. I guess this is just my journey. It's just darkness. Like, maybe one day I'll heal enough to where I get out of this darkness. Well, it's coming. And I feel like you do feel the shift. But it's like that. Like I said, maybe you kept watching readings and all the readings are saying the same thing. And it's been saying it for like a year and a half. And you're like, okay. Like, this is getting ridiculous. This is absurd. I'm really done with this. Like, if you stayed on the reading, thank you. I'm just saying, like, it could be something that has been, like, you're just irritated by the messages now. And it's like Source is just basically saying, hold on, and keep holding on. Even when you feel like you can't hold on anymore, hold on some more. And even when you feel like you can't hold on anymore, like, I'm done, I'm throwing in the towel, hold on some more. And keep telling yourself, hold on, just hold on. You know, it talks about that on the journey. Like, we have to hold on for so long. We really, it becomes a discipline to hold on. Not even, it's like, my faith has become my discipline. Like, that's what it feels like here. And that's exactly what's happened. It's like, I trust that things are going to change, but I just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They're saying it's because you're so shrouded by the darkness. But it's coming. Look, House 10. Structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishment, careers. When I just saying, My faith is my discipline. This is your life mission, is to stand firm in how you've learned how to change yourself. That's what your life mission is what you're doing. Whatever you're doing right now, that's your life mission. I love that. That's awesome. Look, in the moon, satisfy emotional needs, nurturing self and others. You've learned to nurture yourself through the darkness, through the hardships that others have put you through. Look, we have 19, reliability and goat. This is what Source is sending you. People who are going to be reliable individuals in your life and no longer take advantage of you. It's a good news coming. Let's get with it, Source. Tell me how you really feel, huh? Didn't I open the reading with that when I got the dice, that I feel like you've been alone for a long time, and we have island, solitude. This is just a confirmation of exactly how I felt at the beginning, like saying that you've been in solitude for a long time. Like, yeah, everybody says I'm going to call in my soul tribe. Like, everybody says it, but really, like, really? And that's what Source is saying. Like, if you really don't believe that this is a message for you, look. Solitude, the moon, life mission. I was just talking about discipline. I had no idea what this card was. We have discipline coming out here. Your faith has been your discipline. Your discipline has been your faith. Like, there's no separation between the two. It's just become something that you walk by. And it's been such a process for you that you may not even be aware of it. Also, you're opening up your crown chakra. I see a lot of purple energy here and a lot of blues connecting with your truth. Like, you may not yet be aware of how open you are to the divine energy. You may not be aware of how connected you are. Like, you may know you're connected, but you may not be in a place where you actually see the depth of that connection. And I feel like that's going to be something that's made aware of you through the help of other people. Especially people who understand you and get you. They're going to be like, wow, like, you're incredible. Like, you don't even know how good you are. I love you, pile one. All right, I'm going to check this off camera, make sure it's an appropriate card, and I don't have to cover it up or anything, and we'll read this from the book. Oh, I love this. Ooh, look at this. Cool force shade again. We have this jaguar here. I believe that's a jaguar. You're connecting with your third eye. You're like merging with a spirit animal, a spirit guide, an angel, or again, that merging with Source through the crown chakra here. Like, you're becoming more powerful than you really ever understood. And look, we have these greens and these blues here. Like, you're learning to speak the depth of your truth. Authenticity is your B-I-G-C-H. I'm sorry, that was just a funny channel. Oh, I love when stuff like that happens. It just makes me laugh. Make me laugh, Source. All right. I hope you enjoy it too. It says, I have already realized that the perfect time to do things does not exist. Fear of making a mistake is to die slow, to live halfway, as if in an eternal rehearsal, in the face of external orders that humiliate my conscience. I am disobedient. I take indifference in my hand and I look at it closely. I observe that it is made of the cowardice, and in an act of love, I offer it to the fire. Daring to build or dismantle in order to grow means losing one's balance. So with courage, I go out to find myself, because if I don't, I invite the danger of getting lost. Fear is always ready to show me things in their worst light. The world belongs to those who dare. Life is an adventure. Fortune favors the brave. Today, I embrace the art of the decisive. And that's what I feel like you've done. Like, they're just saying, we applaud you on your effort. You've done exactly what you've been meant to do this whole time. Like, you have to give yourself credit and know that it takes time to manifest what you're asking for. This is not McDonald's drive-thru. Okay, we're not even at a sit-down restaurant. This is you learning how to cook properly, to cut things properly, learning the recipe, memorizing the recipe, and mastering the recipe. Only then do you get to taste the fruit of your effort. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole different ball game. And that's what's happening here. And so you're bringing in your soul tribe. You're bringing in a lot of good things here. I feel like this is getting the ball rolling for you. And you're about to experience something so beautiful in your life. If this is what I have for you, pile one, if it resonated, leave a thumbs up down below. I don't know if I said to put a heart in the comments, but if this is your reading, put a purple heart down below and say, I connect with the divine. You are so connected. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick moment to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this lovely message. And until next time, Pile One, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans. If you were drawn to this rose quartz, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, Pile 2, this is your reading on what is the good news that's coming your way. And keeping in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing, it allows me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you're interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links that are necessary down below in the description box. You can send me an email if you're looking for a private reading. There are a finite amount of spaces available each week. They do fill up rather quickly, so shoot me an email. I'll let you know how many spaces are available as well as further information from there. It is first come, first serve. And also make sure you guys that you follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, where no topic is safe from yours truly. I talk about a lot of different things. Sometimes I talk about things that come up on the readings. I talk about things that come up in life in general. And I talk about things that I consider, that I wonder about, that I think about. And yeah, it's just a hangout for you to take along with you and listen to at your leisure. Awesome. I believe that is everything. So let's go ahead and get into this message and find out what is the good news coming Pile 2's way, Source. What can you tell us? What is the good news that's coming Pile 2's way? What do they need to know, Source? What messages do you have for us? What is the good news coming Pile 2's way? So we have 6th house, Aries, and Uranus. So big changes. Big changes at work. Also, big changes in health. 6th house does denote our work habits, our routines, our day-to-day, what we do. But it's like, I feel like maybe, being that I'm talking about our daily routines, it could be your health, okay? It could be you and the routines that you've taken for your health as well. So take it as it resonates. But what I feel like, being that we were talking about daily routines first, I do feel like maybe you've been trying to change the routine that you have. And it's kind of been struggling. You've been struggling with it. Like, you've been maybe trying to wake up earlier. You can't wake up earlier. You've been trying to fit in working out. You can't fit in working out for some reason. It feels like you're always running out of time. It feels like you're against the clock. The clock is against you. And something is going to change like that. Not like this, like that. It's going to go like that, okay? What it is it's going to come in so fast that all of a sudden you're just going to start being able to do what you wanted to do. So say you're trying to make time for personal development or journaling, or you're trying to make time for learning something, a specific thing, or you're trying to make time for music, or you're trying to make time for working out, whatever it is, like, you're going to be like, oh, okay, like, if I just tweak this one thing, then I'll be able to do it. And then suddenly, like, your whole world begins to change. A whole new world of dazzling place I never knew. Oh, sometimes I gotta laugh. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, you're coming into a whole new world. Like, that's it. It's just, but what's so funny is that it's just like, it feels like it's a small thing. Like, when we have Aryan energy that's very fast, it's very rapid, connected to Mars, it can be aggressive. Right? Which aggression in this aspect would be something that's very good. Like, it's a very good kind of aggression. But it feels more than anything, this feels like the spark. Because Aries is a spark. It's the beginning of spring. Like, without that spark, life would cease to exist. And that's what it feels like. Something is going to spark and change in you. It could already be starting to change. And you're like, oh, cool. So that's what's happening. But then it's like sudden progression. Like, all of a sudden you're going to go from having struggles and everything to be making like strides. You're gonna be like, whoa, like, I've been looking for this, like, what happened? And it's not about what happened, it has. Don't question it. Don't ask why. You know, when the cop doesn't want to give you a ticket, don't ask why. Don't be that person. Oh, just go with it. Be like, cool, bye, have a good day. I'm doing what I need to do. Do that, right? Focus on the fact that you're doing exactly what you need to do, and embrace that, embody that, because this is actually leading you into a leadership position where you're going to be influencing a lot of people. You're going to be helping a lot of people. You're going to be there's something with others here, like followers and like people who are going to be celebrating you is what it feels like. But it feels like your routines are changing just a little bit. There's a little tweak here. It's nothing crazy. Like, it's not like all of a sudden you like rewired your whole day. It's actually literally just this one little, it feels like a choice. It feels like a choice you make where you're like, let me do this instead. Let me do this instead. Like, oh, I'm doing that. No, let me do this instead. Like, and it's almost, it's just so simple for you. It just makes sense for you. And you're like, oh, that's exactly what I've been looking for this whole time. And it's going to affect you in a really positive way is what it feels like. Let's get some tarot on it, though. Find out what else is coming through. I feel like it's going to allow you an opportunity to be more nurturing towards yourself as well. I feel like you're going to be able to give yourself more time. You're going to be able to be truer to yourself too. There's something about self-care coming through here. Being able to love yourself. Source, what good news is coming to Pile 2's way? Yeah, I really feel like this is like popularity. Like really, like some like, and it's not because you're like dying to be popular. That's not what it is. It's like, I feel like you're actually a pretty modest person. You're pretty humble, but it's like, whatever it is that you offer is just, people are just dying to have it. Like, they want it. They want what you offer. You found a niche. Is that right? A niche? Yeah, a niche. What good news is coming Pile 2's way, Source? Thank you. Look, I split the deck and the stars coming out. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Look. Look at this. You're manifesting some sort of popularity, some sort of brilliance, some sort of being seen, right? That's what's coming through. I don't feel like they want me to shuffle. They wanted one more. I feel like it was just to split the deck to see. So what good news is coming Pile 2's way? Yeah, look, that came out quick. That came out quick. What good news is coming Pile 2's way, Source? What good news is coming Pile 2's way? What good news is coming Pile 2's way, Source? Thank you. Right there. What do we got? Yeah, look, Ace of Cups on the bottom. In the upright. Yeah, new fulfillment. Like a new, look, in a decision. You're no longer letting others determine or deter you from your path. You're no longer, like, and this feels like people who are hoarding or lording over you. Kind of strange, but that's what I feel like. People who are really like trying to hold something over your head, like, oh, you owe me your time, or you owe me your energy, or you owe me this, or you owe me. That's what I'm feeling. You owe me. Those are the people who are making decisions for you, and now it's like you're like, look, I'm gonna love myself, right? The Ace of Cups in the Tarot Marseille is all about self-love and connection with the divine power. And then you have the Chariot coming through, which is a very spiritual card, talking about making that journey on the path where you're having a spiritual victory. This is like making a decision in the spiritual realm, and it like quickly comes down to the physical realm. It's like you connect with your higher self, you get a download. The second that download lights the light bulb on your mind, you just make the decision in that second. Like, that's how fast it feels. It just feels like so sudden. Like, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing this. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that anymore because now I'm focusing on this. Yeah, someone in your energy, there was something or someone in your energy that was very, okay, this feels like someone who was like lashing out on you. Like, every time you were having success or every time you were doing something for yourself, like, they would show up in a bad mood or they would take it out on you, and to try to make peace, you would listen to that, right? You would look, toxic individual. Look at this toxic energy with this devil energy coming out here. This is someone who wanted to they wanted to hold you down. They want to hold you down, but they're not going to, because you got an insight, you got an inspiration from source, you got a knowing from source, an inner knowing, understanding. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands in the upright, and we have Death, or the Nameless, or 13 card in the reverse. Yeah, so I feel like this is the journey, right? You've wanted someone to be there for you, to help shirk responsibilities. Like, I know that sounds like a terrible thing, but truthfully, because it felt like you were responsible for this person. It felt like you were responsible for what they were doing in your life. It felt like you were having to be responsible for their mood, for how they showed up, for if they were having a good time or not. And it was like all on your shoulders. And it was like you just wanted someone to see the amount of effort that you were putting in, and you realized that this person couldn't. And so this person left you in a place of feeling disconnected, not only from you, but from the connection that you had with Source, right? Because look at where his scythe is swinging towards this 10 of Wands. It's in the upright. When we have the upright, this talks about friends who've gone through thick and thin and have come out stronger because of it. And in this case, we're talking about Source. Okay, we're talking about your connection with the divine. But see, it's like this person knew that if they disconnected you from the divine, that they would be able to disconnect you from whatever it was that you were bringing into your journey. And it's like, took that divine message from Source, from your higher self, from your intuitive knowing, wherever it came from, whatever you believe it came from, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is you got this download, and that download made an instantaneous directional change in your life because you chose to listen to it. You chose to say, hey, that message is for me. You chose to be like, look, I'm tired of following what other people want me to do, or I'm tired of trying to be responsible for the way that this person feels. This person is impulsive. They're flighty. They're non-nurturing. Like, this is someone who literally lives on suspense and chaos and drama, and they want everybody to live in that light with them. And I'm sorry. I'm looking for inner peace. That is my goal in life. And if you're trying to upset my inner peace, then that is a quick way for me to snip, 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 snip. Sorry. I ain't going to keep you around like that. I'm not. It's not, because to me, it matters more for me to be in balance. And I feel like the reason I'm bringing this up is because for you, that's exactly what happened. It was like, what was more important to you? Being in balance with your journey and yourself and in alignment with your true path, or trying to figure out and carry the burden of this person? What was more important to you? And it was like this insight just suddenly was like, oh, okay. Really, all I have to do is say yes to myself. And so the good news that's coming is a huge change. It's a huge, whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest, there's a huge change that's coming in regards to that manifestation. Let's get some more out. Source, can we please have some clarifying cards for pile 2? Yeah. Yeah, this has been a lot of ups and downs with this person. Ups and downs. This is someone they could be narcissist, they could be a sociopath, they could be, anything really. Okay, thank you. Overall, though, this person does not want you to be happy. And the good news is that you're no longer worrying about this person. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, so with the House of God coming over this 10 of Wands, that's, again, clarification that this person was trying to disconnect you from your connection of Source, of God, of the universe, however you want to put it, okay? So your connection from the divine Source. And with that, they didn't want to come to terms that connection with you and Source is like this, okay? That's it. It's like this. So the good news that's coming is that reconnection. It's like being re-sparked. Like you never walked away from it, but it got diminished because of you trying to shoulder this person's energy. And now this person is having to deal with the reality that you believe more in the unseen than you do in the physical, and they can't handle it because they really believe in the physical. They're really so stuck in the idea that, oh my gosh, like if it's physical, it's real. If I can see it, then I can believe it. But if I don't see it, I can't believe in it. And you're in the energy of it. Seeing isn't believing, and believing is not seeing. That's what you're in the energy of, right? And it's like, it's just an interesting place to come from. You're manifesting what it is that you want. Like, look, you're looking back at this, and you're like, yep, let me go ahead and recenter myself and find my groundedness and take action towards what I want, while also learning that this is not yours to carry. Like, he's kind of got this little smile on his face, like a smirk, like, haha, I finally figured it out. Like, I don't have to deal with your BS no more. Like, I don't. And you don't have to carry another person. They're not your burden. And people are trying to make you make you be the carrier of them. Like, let them fall. That sounds really mean. It does. It sounds like, oh my gosh, how could I let another person... You know what? Sometimes it takes us falling flat on our faces to realize that what we're doing is not really working out for us, right? But the only way to fall flat is to not have enablers in our lives that are letting us continue to get on with our antics and our shenanigans. And I feel like you were doing that for so long that it finally took you realizing that, like, this person is draining me. They're wearing me out. I also feel like when you did focus on yourself, this person maybe, like I was saying, like, they lashed out at you, right? They lashed out at you and were like trying to make you feel bad about focusing on yourself. And then it's like, but you just kept doing it. You kept focusing on yourself. You kept following your intuition. You kept doing what was necessary for that. This could be a job situation. This could be, you know, maybe you had a management position in the job and you were taking on too much responsibility. Whatever it is, it was just like taking on responsibility that was not yours to carry because someone else was giving it to you. And it's like when you let it go and you're like, that's not mine. Nothing happened except for freeing you up to do what you needed to do, and that was to reestablish the connection with Source. Yeah, this person has problems with bureaucracy. Like, this person, they're very much in this non-committal stage. They're very much in this, look, the Ace of Swords coming out. Yeah, this person has just a problem with taking responsibility and accountability. And with the Pope in reverse, again, we have this energy of not being able to believe in the unseen. Well, here you are, you're believing in the unseen, and you're getting clarity based on that, realizing that this person is unemotionally available. Like, they're not available emotionally. They're not. They're not going to give you love. They're not going to give you grace. They're not going to give you praise. They're not going to be there for you the way that you need them to. And so it's like you had to see that for yourself, but Source gave you that clarity. Like, look, I'm trying to show you this person just is not worth it, or this job is not worth it, or this situation is not worth it. Okay, again, I feel like this is a person, but it could be a circumstance, right? But it's just saying here that I'm giving you clarity so that you can come back home to me. Because I'm your thick or thin. I'm your ride or die. I'm the one that's going to be there for you through it all. And so the good news coming your way is that spark that's going to reconnect you with your journey. Maybe you've been beating yourself up. Maybe you've been being really cruel to yourself and not realizing that you're actually carrying this person's energy. Because I don't feel like that's your normal energies to beat yourself up. I feel like you do usually celebrate your successes and your achievements, but I feel like for carrying this person, you haven't even been able to see your successes nor your achievements because this person has been taking every last piece of you that they can get. Look, we have intuition coming out on the bottom, 37, cat. Yeah, you know intuitively who this is, and you've been given that like, this feels like you've been given the intuitive insight of what you need to do. We're going to show you the way. That's what I'm hearing. We're going to show you the way. And they have, and you're no longer fighting against that. Look, you're so strong. You've climbed a mountain. You tried to shoulder this person's mountain too. But through that, you realized that it actually took you even further on your own journey. And I've heard that letting go puts you in different timelines. Like when you finally let go of what you've been holding on to, it actually slingshots you into other timelines, you know, like higher vibrational timelines. I've heard that. I'm not sure. But for me to bring it up, I do feel like that is a message for someone, that you're slingshotting yourself into a higher timeline. So I'm saying, like, you've been so focused on the situation at hand that when you let it go, suddenly you're making a huge change in your life, but it's people, it's impacting other people too. Like, they needed you. People needed you, pile 2. People needed you, and now people get to have you. They get to have pile 2. All right. Look, we have fire on the bottom with confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, that spark, the fire. The fire, you're bringing the fire. Like house 5, again, passion, play, children, confidence, creativity. So this person or this situation was really putting a damper on your creative ability. It was like really putting you in a place where you didn't have an ability to do what you normally did. Like maybe you usually sing all the time and you weren't singing, or maybe you like to dance, or maybe you like to draw, or you like to be silly, or whatever it is. Like you just weren't able to do that. It was really holding you back from that, and now you're reconnecting with that light, that spark. It's like realizing that you actually, it's your right to enjoy life. Boom. I love that this card came out, and this is what I've been talking about this whole time, this connection with the divine. Because as Eagle Communion talks about connecting with spirit animals, right? Like look at how he's communing with this eagle. It's giving him messages. It's giving him this wisdom. It's giving him this light. And it's like you're learning how to reconnect with the beauty of source and the spirit realm through physical things, but it's like also understanding that there's something more to this than the physical being. Like even if it's your dog or your cat or your lizard or, you know, whatever, even shoot, you could have a tarantula, cool, and you connect with it in that way, do that. You know, but this is saying like you're no longer relying on this person or this situation to give you the care and the love that you need, because they're just not, and you realize that. And so now source is like, all right, pile 2, you're open to my communication. Let me come in and tell you what's up. And you took this intuitive knowing and you really let the spark fly. What was I saying? We have responsibility with Meerkat, number 16. And 7 is a lucky number if you change what it is that you're doing. The candle just went out. It's like this interesting energy. It's like you were really taking on responsibility for something that wasn't even yours to take responsibility for. And now you're realizing there's so much more to the world. Like they were making you see things in one way, in one color, in one black and white, and a grayscale. And you're like, no, that's not life. There's so much more to life than whatever it is that you're bringing to me. Like I realize I deserve more. I realize I deserve better. And I realize that I don't have to come through you to get it. I can let go and go back to who I'm meant to be with, because it seems like they understand me better. And so you've changed what it is that you're doing, and you're now bringing in luck into your life. Okay. Do I want to do... Let me see where I'm at. No, I feel like I got 22:20 on the clock when I was looking. So I was just deciding what I wanted to do, but I think that's the exact same thing that I did for pile 1. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to check this out. I do have to look at this off camera to make sure that it's not an inappropriate card, okay? Okay, so no, it's not. It is covered up, but we have roots and ascending channel. Yes, like you're ascending to new timelines. You're ascending on your journey. You're connecting to your heart. You're really allowing source to guide you through, and you're grounding that into this physical world. You're really, really connecting with your journey. Let's see what this card says from the book. All right. I love this. I love that this came through. It says, I have built walls around myself as a result of my past wounds. Wounds from my childhood, known wounds, unconscious wounds, wounds from my parents, physical wounds, wounds in my mind, wounds from dark passages of my life, wounds from education, wounds from society. How can one so wounded be able to relate to another equally wounded being? Apparently, I formed relationships out of fear, repressing myself so as not to suffer more wounds. My past became present. Now wounds, I thank you. Thank you for being life's teachers, for unmasking me, for allowing me to take an amazing journey to my center. Today, these wounds have become scars that remind me of the importance of choosing to walk a path with heart. Now I know what is important, for every dark corner I transcend in the long run brings me only one simple message: love. What does it mean to be the architect of my life? I connect with my story and with those decisions that made love grow. Today I choose wisely. I allow myself to play, to laugh, and to wonder. I am my greatest guide. Yeah, this was definitely something that reconnected you with the sacral chakra here too. Like, but the play and the fun and the creativity, this was something that brought in that newfound passion. You You brought it in. You made the decision. It was you. It could have been a download, but at the end of the day, we can receive downloads all day. But if we choose not to make a decision, or if we choose not to take action, nothing's going to change in our lives, but you chose to take action on it, and that's why things are changing for you. Okay? So that's the good news that's coming for you. It's just this decision, and you're going to be able to play and have more fun and to enjoy life more. And that's, who doesn't want to hear that? That's an amazing pile. So if this resonated with you, if this is your pile, put a little flame down below and say, I am fire, because you are fire. And fire in all the best ways, okay? Leave a thumbs up down below, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. But I do just want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. And until next time, Pile 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this rock, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what good news is coming. We will check this out at the end of the reading. First things first, these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links necessary down below in the description box, where you can reach out to me on my email via down below to receive a personal reading. I will let you know pertinent details as well as how many spaces are available still, as I do have a finite amount available each week. It is first come, first serve, and know that they do fill up rather quickly, but we'll discuss scheduling options in the email. And also make sure you follow me on over to my podcast, Scatter Love Radio, where I do go over everything. I talk about everything and anything, things that come up on the readings, things that come up in life, things that I'm dealing with, things that I've thought about, whatever it is. It's just a hangout where you can take me on the go and listen to me at your leisure. So let's go ahead and get into it and find out what good news is coming for Pile 3, Source. What good news is coming for Pile 3? What messages do you have for us? How can you help us understand this more? What good news is coming for Pile number 3, Source? So, interesting. Okay, so we have 10th house Aries and we have Uranus energy. You might have come from one of the other readings. It says very close to one of the other readings. Not exact, but very, very close. Don't usually get them mirrored like that. I have a couple of times, but not quite like that. Okay, so we do have the house of work. Something's changing in your work. Some kind of inspiration, something that you are about to become a leader. Maybe you're getting a new position, you're getting a higher position, you're getting a promotion. But this is going to be sudden. It's going to be something that happens really quick. It's going to be like boom, 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 like that. And you're going to be like, all right, this is everything I wanted. This is what I was asking for. But it is going to happen quick. I don't feel like that you actually realize how fast this is going to come in. But when we talk about 10th house, we're talking about our career, our life mission, what it is that we're choosing to do, our disciplines, our structures in life, right? Our fortune and fame. Also, we're talking about Capricorn energy, which is the father of the zodiac, right? And that is, you've sacrificed in order to provide a life for yourself that you've always wanted. And that's something that's very, very admirable, right? Now with Aries, we do have Mars energy coming in about being in leadership, being brave, being passionate, going towards that which you desire, allowing yourself to be driven by that. And when we talk about Uranus, that's sudden change, sudden progression, looking towards the future, instantaneous followers, inspiring people, having people connect with you in that way, right? So this does feel like you are, good news, having something happen in the workplace that you absolutely are going to be excited about. It's something that you want. But again, with this Aries and Uranus energy, it is something that's very fast. It's something that's, it's kind of going to be hush hush. You're not going to know about it until it's happening. And then when it happens, you're going to be like, whoa, like, why didn't I know about this? And they're like, we wanted it to be a surprise. It's like, whether that's Source and you have your own business, they wanted it to be a surprise that suddenly we're going to get really good clients. or really good followers or really good client base or whatever it is, customers, whatever it is that you look for. Or if that's at your job, it was like it's been in discussion for a while, but waiting on the perfect time to bring that to you. And it's like basically they tell you on a Friday and Monday you start the new position type energy. That's what it feels like. It's like you're going to go to bed and then you're going to wake up and suddenly you're going to have this new responsibility. You're going to have this new position. You're going to have this new life to lean into. Right? And it is going to affect your future in a very positive way. In a very positive way. Well, let's get some tarot out on it and find out what else is coming through. So Source, what good news is coming? Look, I split the deck and we have Aries coming out in the upright. Yeah, definitely becoming a boss, a CEO. Look, in the Four of Coins coming out. It is in the reverse, but it's like letting go of that instability in life. We have 4 and 4 coming out together, which is 8. 8 is all about healing karmic energies and coming into your place of abundance. And so you're doing that. You're coming into a place of abundance. So Source, what good news is coming Pile 3's way? What messages do you have for Pile 3? What good news is coming Pile 3's way? What good news do you have for Pile 3? What would you like them to know? Definitely a lot of Aries energy coming through right now. You could be Aries. You could have Aries in the 10th house. Or you could have Aries North Node. I know Aries are being affected a lot right now because of the Venus retrograde, but yeah, it could be you have highly, highly dominant placements of Arian energy in your chart, if you know your chart, okay? So Source, what good news is coming to Pile 3's way? What good news is coming to Pile 3's way? Thank you. What more can you tell us, Source? Yeah, some sort of collaboration that you're right. Like you're meant to be doing this. This is something that's been like, it's like a timed, it feels like a timed thing. Like it had to go through certain ups and downs. You had to go through certain lessons before you got to this timed thing. Yeah, and now you're getting assistance and it looks like you're letting go of resistance. Source, what good news is coming Pile 3's way? Thank you. What good news is coming Pile 3's way, Source? What good news is coming Pile 3's way? Okay. Do they want that one too? Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. On the bottom, yeah, we have the 7 of Swords with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, it looks like you had an ordeal where maybe you would get lost in, yeah, you had a bad fortune come to you. You would lift others up on a pedestal, or you maybe got stuck in situations that just didn't pan out, right? With people who were very like cruel and ruthless, or took your ideas, and it just seems like the Wheel of Fortune is always turned against you. Until you had to make a choice. You had to make a choice to walk away from that. What was peeking? I saw it. Yeah, look, the King of Coins is peeking out in the upright. I saw it and I was like, what is that? And that's the thing, like you're coming up into a very prosperous time, a very abundant time. Like everything that you wanted is coming towards you, but it had to be through you letting go. Yeah, my nose is going crazy right now. Let me tell a message, Source. Shoot. All right, let's see what's coming through. Look, the Empress in the upright. Yeah, so look, we have the Pope in the upright and we have the Page of Swords. Yeah. So I feel like there was a lot of people in your energy who dissuaded you from taking the journey you wanted to, or who were trying to, like if you wanted to change positions and you wanted to do something that you've always dreamed of doing, but maybe it didn't look as good as what you were doing, or maybe it didn't make as much as what you were doing, but in your heart of hearts, like this is what you knew you wanted to do. And maybe you had family and friends who were like, why would you give up what you have? Like you already make so much money, or you already do this, that, and the other. And they would just tell you like, that's not worth it. That's what this feels like to me. And so it's like you just kept putting it off, and putting it off, and realizing at one point, like this is someone else or some other group of people that are making the decision for me. Because what they were saying was just an illusion to keep you where you were. And so you decided to make a change for yourself, and it looks like you didn't say anything about it, or you're being pretty hush-hush about it. but you took action for yourself, and you went through by making a decision, and you walked a line for yourself. Like, I'm walking this line for myself, and suddenly began creating something that you didn't realize was going to bring you so much, right? When we have the Pope is someone who's connected to a huge group of people, which we talked about with the Uranus energy here. It's like being connected, but needing to be there for them, because they need your help. They need your assistance. They need what it is that you offer. Looking to you for guidance, looking to you for that. And realizing that you had to face those fears that came up with you wanting to do this, whatever it was. So maybe it was applying for a different position, or maybe it was applying for a raise, or whatever it was. Like, there was some sort of fear that was coming with that, with this Page of Swords here. And now you're seeing that, okay, I was letting other people determine the life that I wanted, and I didn't want that life. It wasn't making me happy. And so when you took matters into your own hand, it's not that everything came easily. It's that you began to deal with those things that were holding you back. You began to deal with those fears, those discomforts, those illusions that were keeping you held in place. And here we have 5 and 3 and 8 again coming out. 8, which is that healing of the karma, so you can come into your abundant energy. And then with the 3 here, we have 11, which is a very spiritual number, about coming up into your spiritual journey and coming up onto the path of purpose that you're meant to be on. And that's exactly what's happened here. And so it has affected whatever it is that you do for money, whatever it is that you want to have a career in. That's the first thing that's being affected here. That's what's coming to change. And it's like, you are allowing yourself to finally be who you wanted to be all along. This definitely feels like a balancing of the masculine and the feminine, but in a very unique way, because you're actually receiving in the material world with the Empress, while taking action in the spiritual world with the Pope. Which usually it's the other way around, where we're receiving in the spiritual world and taking action in the physical world. But here it's like you're like, nope, I let my intuition, my gut feeling, I let my inner knowing guide me. And when I did, I realized I had to find some sense of balance and truth within myself. And I had to communicate that truth to myself. Look, I was shuffling and I just looked at the deck, and look at what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you had to face your fears. You had to face a fear of starting again because of illusions that were keeping you stuck and trapped, and realizing you had an opportunity to persevere, but you were looking at things in the wrong direction. So this could have been family members who were holding you back, putting you in a place where you couldn't move forward, making you feel like you didn't have a right to say what you needed to say or do what you needed to do. And it was a frustration for you, and realizing that it was a trick move. It was a trick move. Look, I can't. I split the deck, and the King of Coins came out again, right? So let me shuffle. Let's get some clarifiers out on it. Let's get some more cards. So let's see here. Okay, Source. Can we please have some clarifiers for pile 3? What good news is coming? Yeah, you face the illusions. That's where you went through, like, you burst through illusions. Like, everyone's like, oh no, you can't do that. So it's like, maybe, okay, so I don't know why I keep getting this example, but it's like a wife, right? A wife tells you not to change your position because she's uncomfortable with the fact that you're not going to have the money that you had before. Okay, and this is just an example. It could be your husband, it could be your significant other, it could be a friend, it could be whatever, right? But this is the example that they're giving me. So you're like saying, well, but this is what I want to do. And they're like, well, I'm sorry, but we have a family to take care of. And putting all these other priorities on you, and putting all these other responsibilities on you, which are your responsibilities, are for you to look at, to take care of, yes. But realizing that if you're also not happy taking care of yourself, that you're not going to be able to show up for these things the way that you need to. And so when you realize that, you burst through those illusions, and you're like, that's it. But you also may have kept this to yourself and not told them, and that may cause problems on down the line. But you're realizing that that doesn't matter, because it's something that I want to do. And if I'm going to let them always tell me what I need to do or what's right for me, then I'm never going to live a happy life. And if this is my partner, we need to be able to compromise together, right? So yeah, it was a lot of negativity. There was a lot of negativity. This could have been your thoughts. This could have been others. Like, again, that example of they were saying negative things, they were doing negative things, but it was something that you love, something that you knew if you got into that you would be able to make a living at, or something that you knew that you would be able to receive what you're putting into it and not be looked at for anything less. Yeah. But there was a lot of spiritual defeat here when you weren't able to. Look at this. It's like you had to go through this journey. And so the good news is that you're learning how to balance this energy, and you're learning how to overcome these hardships. You're learning how to let go of people who are putting you, in a corner. They're putting you in a place where they're trying to control you. They're trying to make the outcome what they want. And now big things are coming your way. Look, I didn't know this card was behind here. We have justice is coming, right? Things are balancing out. Fairness is going to be in your favor. Things are going to be as they were supposed to. Like, you're considering all that are involved. Even with this change, you're still considering all that are involved, but you realize that you still have to take care of yourself too, and let go of people who are trying to keep you walking backwards on the journey. And so the good news is that you're making strides. Even where it didn't feel like you were making strides, like you're making strides. Like, people were trying to keep you stuck and hemmed in. And for their own reasons, right? It was like for their own selfish reasons, for their own, like, I need you to stay here because if you go somewhere else, like, I'm going to lose my stability. I'm going to lose what I need. And it's not their choice, ultimately. Even if you are married, it's still not your spouse's choice what you choose to do with your life. It should be a conglomeration, sure, absolutely. But at the end of the day, like, if your spouse is trying to hold you back, then that's kind of like another thing that you have to look into, outside of wanting to do something. Like, we have trine here. We have angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Yeah, so this is a transformation. So something's changing, something's transforming here, and you're going to get all kinds of help on this. Like, it's destined for you to do this. And you could feel it in your heart. And that's why it's like you had to face these fears that were coming. So I feel like they put the fears out on the table. It was illusions. It was negativity. It was somebody maybe holding something over your head, whether that was a mother or a lover. Yeah. Yeah, because it had to do with your responsibilities. Making you feel like, oh, your responsibilities should keep you stuck no matter where you're at. And that's not the case. Like, our responsibilities should give us fuel in order to move forward. Yeah, and so now you're emerging. This flipped over. You're emerging. You're coming out. You're standing in your power. You're letting yourself shine. But it may have taken a while, Dragonfly eggs can stay underwater for quite a while before they hatch. And so it's like you kind of just laid dormant for a while before you let yourself be like, nope, that's the decision. That's what I'm going to do. And you went ahead and did it. You made the decision for you, and you didn't tell anybody else. And there may be people who are mad about it. There may be people who are upset. But look, you have a promise that's coming to you because you nurtured something, and you're going to create the life that you want. This is the promise. You asked for something, and Divine says, this is my promise. I will give you what you ask for. I will give it to you. Oh, Source, I love you so much. Thank you. We have the North Node here. Destined to have. What did I just say? Like, you're destined to do this. This is something you're meant to do on the journey. And we have North Node coming in here, clarifying exactly what I said. You're destined to have this. You're destined to do this. No, pile 3. No, I can't with you. I love your pile. I love this. We have 36 coming out with Shark and Purpose. This is your path of purpose. This is your destiny. This is what you're meant to do. I love this. That's you're walking in your North Node right now. Whatever you chose to do, whatever decision you made, you're walking in your North Node. It's been difficult. It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it, and it will continue to be worth it. And I feel like this is a huge blessing for you. Source is going to bless you with something way beyond what you even knew. Like, it's going to blow your mind. You're just going to be like, wow. But you let go of what was uncomfortable. You went through the discomfort here with people trying to convince you that no, that's not right, or trying to fill you with negativity and saying, oh, well, what about this, or what about that, or what about this, and we have to take care of that, and filling you with this idea that like if you don't do what I say, things are going to fall apart. And it's like realizing that all of that is just a lie. It's a lie to keep you from doing what you've been meant to do, but you are walking in your North Node, and whatever change you made, whatever decision you made, it's going to change fast. Like things are going to roll fast. This is not like a over time because it took you so long to heal this. It took you so long to overcome this. People who didn't want you to succeed, or people who maybe are just not awake, right? They're not woke in the world. They're just coming from an unconscious fear. And you overcame the fear and you laid dormant for a while, and that's the thing. Now you're emerging and people get to see you, the real you. So I'm going to take a look at this card. I have to look at it off camera just to make sure that it is appropriate and I don't have to cover anything up, and then we will read it out of the book. Yes, in transit. Look at this with the lotus flower here. Like you're unfolding to your right, to your journey. Like it's, to me, this feels like the pineal gland is like blooming. That's your third eye, but it's in the middle of our brain. It's just like blooming here. It's like this opening up to your destiny, this opening up to who you're meant to be, and understanding that you're guided on this journey. Let's read what this card says. What a beautiful card. Interconnection. Here we go. Valuable information has remained hidden beneath thousands of my earthly layers. Now, all of this is coming to light, and the subterraneous minerals are expanding out of my head. I free my thoughts and I observe them without judgments. I question the superficiality of this era and unfold my feelings. I free my expectations, which are pure illusions. Yes, I love this. I know that my face and body get older each day. That is my true physical nature, and today I honor it. I celebrate it. I love it. It's time to share this wealth with the world. It's time for communication. I share my honest, true self. Like, you cannot be more clear than this. Expression. I listen to myself and express myself in whatever way I need to. I open my communication center. I expand. What exactly do I need? Like, you are coming into your truest of true self. Very authentic. You're letting yourself shine. You're letting yourself be seen. And it's like, despite the negativity that you've had to overcome, Pile 3, the good news that's coming your way is you're going to see things begin to flow. This could be money. This could be a new position. It could be whatever. But I do feel like you're going to find more comforts in life, in physical life, that you've been wanting and praying for and hoping for because of whatever decision you made, because of this change and this dream that you went after. I'm proud of you, Pile 3. This is incredible. If this is your pile, put a little shark emoji or a dragon emoji. I don't know if they exist, but a little shark or a dragon in the comments down below and say, I walk my path of purpose. Call it to you. Leave me a thumbs up, but I am going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick moment to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. And until next time, Pile 3, stay human. Bye.